I learned early that the market does not reward speed, noise, or effort. It rewards clarity, and clarity is never found in the rush of the opening bell, never in the anxiety of yesterday's loss, never in the excitement of a tip whispered too confidently. Clarity is found before the market opens, when a man is alone with his thoughts and honest with himself. If you wish to trade well today, you must arrive calm, not hopeful, not fearful, calm, because the market has no obligation to meet your expectations. It will do what it has always done, move in ways that expose the impatient and reward the prepared. So before the tape begins to speak, I ask you to sit still. Sit as if nothing is required of you yet, because at this moment, nothing is. Breathe in slowly. Let the breath fill your chest, then your belly. Hold it just long enough to feel its weight, then release it, without force. Again, slowly. You are not preparing for battle. You are preparing for judgment. Every mistake I ever made in speculation came from the same place, a disturbed inner state, not ignorance, not lack of intelligence, but disturbance, the need to act, the need to be right, the need to recover something that was already gone. Today, you will not carry yesterday into the market. Yesterday is finished business. The market has already forgotten it. And if you wish to trade like a professional, so must you. As you breathe, allow the mind to settle. You do not need to think about charts right now. You do not need to replay trades. The mind, when given silence, naturally organizes itself. Interference is what creates confusion. I want you to understand something that took me years and a great deal of money to learn. The market does not demand participation. It offers opportunity, and opportunity must be selected, not chased. Most traders wake up already late. Their mind is already racing ahead of price, already arguing with a market that has not yet spoken. They arrive at the screen tense, hungry, impatient. And impatience is the most expensive habit a trader can have. Today, you will not rush the market. You will let it come to you. See yourself at your desk. Your posture is relaxed. Your eyes are alert, not strained. Your hands are still. There is no urgency in you, because urgency belongs to those who are undercapitalized financially or emotionally. You are neither. You have learned that survival precedes profit, that staying in the game is more important than winning today, that discipline is not restriction, but protection. This is the difference between the amateur and the professional. The amateur asks, "How much can I make today?" The professional asks, "How well can I execute my rules?" Execution is everything. I was never interested in being right. I was interested in being aligned. When I was aligned with the market, money came easily. When I was misaligned, no amount of cleverness could save me. So this morning, before a single order is placed, you align yourself. You remind yourself that missing a trade costs you nothing. Chasing one can cost you everything. If the market is unclear, you will do nothing. Doing nothing is not weakness. It is restraint. And restraint is power. There were days when the best trade I made was not trading at all. Those days preserved my capital and, more importantly, my confidence. Confidence is fragile. Once shaken, it distorts perception. And distorted perception leads to poor decisions. Today, you protect your confidence. You accept that uncertainty is permanent. The market does not owe you certainty. It offers probability, and probability only favors those who wait for their moment. As you breathe, say this quietly to yourself: I do not need to force today. Feel the weight lift when you accept that truth. Many traders believe discipline is about controlling behavior. It is not. Discipline is about controlling state. When your state is calm, correct behavior follows naturally. This is why preparation must happen before the market opens. Once price begins to move, emotion seeks entry. If you have not already anchored yourself, you will be pulled. I have seen brilliant men undone by impatience. I have seen simple men succeed because they waited. Today you wait. You wait for conditions to match your rules. You wait for price to confirm your thesis. You wait because you understand that money is made not by activity, but by judgment. Judgment requires stillness. Take another slow breath. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. There is no tension required of you right now. You are not here to conquer the market. You are here to listen. And when the market speaks clearly, you will act decisively without hesitation, without fear, without greed. But not yet. Not until your edge appears. This is how consistency begins. Not with a trade, but with a state of mind. And when the bell finally rings, you will already be ahead because you arrived prepared, while others arrived emotional. This is how a trader survives long enough to succeed. This is how fortunes are built quietly. This is how you begin today. And now, as the minutes draw closer to the open, something important must happen inside you. Not excitement, not anticipation, but acceptance. Acceptance that you do not control what will unfold today. You only control how you respond to it. This single realization separates the men who last in this business from those who burn out in frustration. The market is not a machine you command. It is an environment you navigate. And every environment has conditions. Some days are favorable. Some days are hostile. Wisdom lies in knowing the difference. Most traders never learn this. They treat every day as if it must yield opportunity, as if the mere act of showing up entitles them to profit. It does not. There were many mornings when I knew, before the first hour had passed, that the market had nothing for me. On those days, my restraint was my profit. So this morning, you give yourself permission to stand aside. Say it quietly to yourself, I am allowed to not trade today. Feel how that statement calms the nervous system. Feel how it removes pressure. Pressure is the enemy of judgment. A pressured mind sees signals that are not there, urgency where there is none, opportunity where there is only noise. Noise is expensive. You must understand that the market spends most of its time doing very little of consequence. It moves, yes, but movement is not meaning. Meaning appears when structure, trend, and behavior align. Until then, the professional waits. Waiting is not passive. Waiting is active observation. It is engagement without commitment. It is the calm watchfulness of a hunter who knows that firing too soon spoils the hunt. Many traders hesitate because they fear loss. Others jump too quickly because they fear missing out. Both are expressions of the same weakness, emotional attachment to outcome. The cure is not courage. The cure is neutrality. Today, you are neutral. You are neither bullish nor bearish. You are observant. You allow price to reveal itself. You do not argue with it. The market is never wrong. Opinions are. When you accept this fully, something remarkable happens. You stop needing to be right. And when the need to be right disappears, clarity enters. Clarity is what you are cultivating this morning. You remind yourself that your edge does not come from predicting the future. It comes from responding correctly when your conditions are met. This is why rules matter. Rules remove discretion from moments when emotion would otherwise intrude. If your setup is not present, you do nothing. If it is present, you act without hesitation. There is no debate. There is no second guessing. There is only execution. This is professionalism. You must also accept that losses are not errors. They are expenses. The amateur treats losses as personal failures. The professional treats them as costs of doing business. This distinction alone will save you years of frustration. Today, if a trade fails, it does not mean you failed. It means probability expressed itself. Nothing more. This is why position size matters. Proper size keeps emotion proportional. Oversized positions magnify fear and greed. Undersized positions preserve clarity. I learned this lesson painfully, and I learned it well. So this morning, you commit to respecting size. You do not increase risk out of impatience. You do not reduce discipline out of boredom. You trade the same way whether you feel confident or uncertain. Feelings do not dictate size. Rules do. As the open approaches, Visualize yourself encountering temptation, a fast move, a sudden breakout. Others are chasing. You feel the pull, and you let it pass. Because you know that opportunities that require urgency are rarely opportunities at all. You do not chase strength. You wait for confirmation. You do not fear missing out. Missing out preserves capital. Missing discipline destroys it. This is not a business for the impulsive. It is a business for the patient observer, the calm executor, the disciplined survivor. I have said before, and I will say again, the big money is not in the buying or the selling, but in the waiting. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting for the right condition. Waiting until the market proves you right. This waiting is not boredom. It is confidence. Confidence comes from repetition, from doing the same right thing again and again until it becomes automatic. Today is one more repetition, one more brick laid in a foundation no one else sees. And that foundation is what will carry you through drawdowns, through uncertainty, through the inevitable periods when nothing seems to work. Because you are not relying on luck. You are relying on process. Process is what creates consistency. As the clock ticks closer, bring your attention back to your breath. Slow, even, controlled. This breath anchors you to the present moment. Not the last trade, not the next trade. This moment. The present moment is where good decisions are made. You are not here to impress anyone. Not the market. Not other traders. Not yourself. You are here to execute with integrity. Integrity in trading means doing the same thing whether you are winning or losing. It means not bending rules to soothe emotion. It means trusting the method even when the outcome is uncertain. This trust is earned, not assumed. And every morning like this, when you prepare instead of react, you earn a little more of it. You may not feel dramatic change today. That is not how real change works. Real change is quiet. It shows up later, in smaller drawdowns, in fewer impulsive trades, in a growing sense of ease. Ease is the sign you are doing it right. When trading feels forced, something is wrong. When it feels calm, you are aligned. Alignment is your goal today. Soon the market will open. Prices will move. Stories will form. Opinions will fly. And you will remain centered, observing, waiting, ready, but not eager. This is how you move from struggling trader to consistent one, not by learning more indicators, not by finding a secret strategy, but by mastering your internal state before the first trade is placed. This is how stage 2 fades and stage 3 begins. And when you are ready, when the market finally offers you your opportunity, you will act not from fear, not from hope, but from clarity. That is the trader you are becoming. And now the market is open, not just on your screen, but in your awareness. This is the moment where everything you've prepared for is quietly tested, not loudly, not dramatically, but subtly, in the small decisions no one else sees. This is where most traders abandon themselves. They arrive calm, but the first fast candle shakes them. The first pullback makes them doubt. The first missed move stirs regret. And slowly, almost invisibly, they drift away from the state they worked so hard to create. You will not, because you understand something now that most never grasp. The trade is never the problem. The trader's state is. So, as price begins to move, you remain rooted. You do not lean forward. You do not tighten your breath. You let the market reveal its hand before you show yours. You remind yourself that every candle is information, not instruction. Information must be interpreted. Instruction must be earned. You have seen this before. You have seen markets open strong only to fade. You have seen weakness turn into strength. You have seen traps laid for the impatient and rewards reserved for those who wait. Experience has taught you humility. Humility is not weakness. It is accuracy. It is the acceptance that the market is always larger than your opinion, and that survival depends on respecting that truth. So you watch. You watch volume. You watch behavior. You watch how price reacts at levels that matter. and you do nothing until behavior confirms your premise. This is not hesitation. This is precision. When your setup finally appears, it does not feel exciting. It feels familiar, almost boring. That is how you know it is real. The best trades rarely announce themselves with emotion. They arrive quietly, logically, without urgency. And when you act fully. No half entries, no second guessing, no internal debate. You place the trade according to plan. You accept the risk before the outcome is known. You are at peace with the result before it unfolds. This is the moment most traders skip. They place trades hoping the market will cooperate. You place trades knowing the market may not and that you are prepared either way. If the trade works, you do not celebrate. Celebration leads to carelessness. You simply manage it according to rules. Letting winners work is not greed. It is discipline. If the trade fails, you do not flinch. You do not move stops out of fear. You do not revenge trade. You take the loss as planned. Clean, controlled, professional. Losses only wound those who personalize them. You do not, because you know that consistency is not built by avoiding losses, but by avoiding mistakes. Mistakes come from emotion. Emotion comes from attachment, and attachment dissolves when you commit fully to process. This is what you are doing now. Trade by trade, day by day, you are stepping into a different identity. Not the trader who hopes, not the trader who forces, but the trader who waits, executes, and accepts. This identity is quieter, less dramatic, less stressful, and far more profitable. There will be moments today when nothing happens. Long stretches of inactivity. The mind may wander. Old habits may whisper. You should be doing something. You're missing moves. Others are making money. Let those thoughts pass. They are echoes of the old you. The new you understands that boredom is a sign of discipline. That stillness is a position. That restraint compounds just as surely as good trades do. You are no longer trying to win today. You are trying to trade well today. Winning is a byproduct. And then, almost without noticing, something shifts. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months. You look back and realize that the emotional swings are smaller, the drawdowns are shallower. The confidence is steadier. Not louder, steadier. This is stage 3. Not perfection, but flow. Flow does not mean effortless success. It means alignment between who you are and how you trade. It means the market no longer feels like an enemy. It feels like an environment you understand. You stop asking, why does this keep happening to me? And you start asking, is this my trade? That single question will save you more money than any indicator ever will. And now, before this meditation ends, I want you to understand something deeply, something I wish someone had told me early on. You do not become a great trader by having great days. You become a great trader by surviving the ordinary ones, by showing up calm, by doing nothing when nothing is there, by trading small when conditions are unclear, by trusting your rules when emotion begs you not to. Great trading is quiet work, and quiet work builds loud results over time. So when you finish listening to this, and the market is still unfolding, do not rush away. Carry this state with you. Let it guide every decision. Let it be the filter through which you see price. And if at any point today you feel yourself slipping into fear, into greed, into urgency, step back. Breathe. Return to this moment. The market will still be there. It always is. If this meditation helped you, if it anchored you, I want you to do 2 things. First, leave a comment. Not for me, but for yourself. Right where you are in your journey. Stage 2, Stage 3, or somewhere in between. Saying it out loud reinforces it. Second, spend time with the other work on this channel. The lessons on discipline, on patience, on position sizing, on why most traders lose, and why a few endure. They are not separate teachings. They are all part of the same foundation you are building now. This meditation prepares the mind. The other videos sharpen the judgment. Together, they form the roots that keep you steady when the market tries to shake you. Watch them, revisit them, let them work on you slowly. Because trading is not changed in a day, but a trader can be. And today, before the market even opened, you chose to become one.